Good evening, everyone. My name is Catherine. I am currently heading the Research and Publication Department at Maritime Research Center. I have been associated with MRC for the past couple of years, and I've also done considerable amount of work on marine spatial planning and blue economy from the policy perspective, trying to integrate the policy and technological aspects of blue economy. In this particular presentation, I will be focusing on how UDA can be used to enhance blue economy in India. So, a framework for blue economy goals and integrated sustainable ocean management. In this presentation, I'll be covering briefly the background, various challenges in blue economy, and why UDA, and what are the benefits of this approach, and the future scope. So, talking about the background, the concept of blue economy isn't new, and it has been there, have been developing in steps since the 1970s Stockholm Conference. And after that, the adoption of United Nations Law of the Sea gave another impetus to the whole initiative. And various other conferences and reiteration of the goals has happened throughout the years. And recently, in 2020, the United Nations declared this particular decade as Decade of Oceans, which has given an additional importance and attention to the ocean economy and ocean sustainability. And following that, we've had a lot of collaborations, a lot of other conferences to talk about, to implement and to plan various initiatives. And today, India's maritime resources is one of the major untapped resources in India. After having used up pretty much gone to the limit of the land resources. We are now, not just us, globally, everybody's looking to the oceans for various resources, food, medicine, energy, etc. And our economic zones are vast because of our vast coastline. And there's a lot of potential and opportunity to take initiatives to make sure that our growing population is indeed catered to sustainably. Various key sectors, as I mentioned, are fisheries, shipping, energy sector, the offshore energy, renewable energy sectors, biotechnology sector, medicine, etc. So I would like to bring your focus to the recent report by UNESCO, State of the Ocean Report 2024. On page 69, I find this statement: persistent gaps in the ocean observing system, both spatially and thematically, remain, and there are gaps, and there is also an urgent societal need for more ocean observations to manage risk and adapt to change in ocean and weather systems and support sustainable blue economic growth. So, why this statement? We already have, I mean, the ocean is vast. Is this a viable solution? Getting more ocean observing system, is it viable? Are we working smartly, or are we just deploying sensors and various other satellite to capture images without knowing what to do with all of that data? So, what is the smart work that we are missing here? So what we are expecting is, according to the 5 pillars of New Ocean Agenda, is ocean wealth, ocean health, ocean equity, ocean knowledge, ocean finance. These are the expectations that we've drawn. And what is the reality? We are still faced with a lot of environmental threats. We are still faced with a lot of infrastructure burdens for the oceans. Just as I mentioned, a lot of observational platforms, etc., and the failures related to that. It's pretty obvious that the more number of observation stations you're trying to deploy, the number of failures, the number of accidents are also going to be increasing without proper planning or proper idea of what we are getting into. And then data gaps and inadequate monitoring, lack of capability. Although we have a lot of area to cover, do we have the capacity and the capability to cater to all of that in terms of the science, in terms of the technology, etc. And then the stakeholder miscommunications. The stakeholders are diverse. So there are, because of the lack of data, the lack of capability and understanding, there is a lot of miscommunication, which will definitely lead to inefficiency. So, all of these initiatives, a sustainable ocean economy for 2050, the future of food for the sea, from the sea, the ocean as a solution to climate change. So, in all of this, where is the underwater awareness? So, there are three kinds of data we can capture from the oceans: surface, subsurface, and underwater perspectives. So, till now, we've been actually looking at the ocean from the perspective of the land. So, instead of going from the land, why don't we look at it from the ocean's perspective? So, from the deep waters to waters outside. So, when we look at it that way, the kind of data that we want to capture, the kind of data ranging from the satellite imagery, the seabed data, the other acoustic data, the data from the AUVs, etc. So we have all this data. We've been doing a lot of it in silos, but the perspective hasn't changed. We are still looking at all of it from above water. So the knowledge generation should also be focused from what we have underwater to what's on above water. So the whole the line of thinking, if we kind of shift it, then our marine spatial plans and the national, the regional plans will all cater to sustainability more than catering to the economy. Although both of them have substantial importance, but if we don't take care of the environment, the economy will definitely die off after a point of time. So sustainability is definitely a key factor, and if we don't focus on underwater, the biodiversity within water is definitely going to suffer. And all of this would require a new kind of capacity, a new kind of capability. And this approach is being offered by the underwater domain awareness, where instead of focusing on and collecting all of that data isn't possible, it's an impossible task. So the best way to go about it is modeling and simulation and using the open access data itself and various other kind of qualitative data as well. So qualitative data till now has not been used efficiently to make plans when it comes to ocean management. Data, socioeconomic data, data on the from the satellite imagery, etc. Even though it's been used, I think an interdisciplinary integration with a lot of focus on what the end goal, which is making sure that we are sustainably using the ocean resources, is something that's been missing. So, underwater domain awareness focuses on modeling and simulation and interdisciplinary integration of data, which is possible through artificial intelligence and machine learning. And then subsequently leading, we can take it forward with field validation. So the field validation will involve it isn't resource intensive, but will give you the expected results. And capacity and capability building is also an integral part of UDA. So the benefits of UDA includes it's economical and efficient, it's time saving, it helps you make informed decisions, predictive analysis, it's cost effective, leads to cost effective planning, uh, gives you adaptive management strategies. It's resilient and accessible to a lot of stakeholders. So the application is that we have a lot of emergency scenarios where we need quick solutions and quick thinking, which is not possible with just deploying a lot of resources out there without integrating all of that data properly. And the conservation efforts is also aided by UDA, stakeholder management and participation, and livelihood generation. So with future outlook, if we integrate UDA with the national policies, not just blue economy policies, the fisheries, the sediment management, etc., we can get a holistic understanding of what is out there, and will lead to a thinking from the sea to the land perspective. And the In the future, we are also looking at skilling and livelihood generation in all three categories: research, technology, and the deployment staff. So, this will lead to a lot of socioeconomic benefits to the coastal communities as well. Thank you. Thank you for your time.